Welcome back. We are working on lesson 3 problem set in module 5. And lesson 3, we are continuing with fractions and we are partitioning a whole into equal parts, identifying and counting unit fractions by drawing models, area models. So you watched your daily video and you did some work with fractions, talking about the fractional parts. We are going to do numbers 1, 2, 3, and 6 on our problem set. And then you're going to have some problems on your homework as well. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. I want you to read the directions yourself or read them with me. Each shape is a whole divided into equal parts. Name the fractional unit and then count and tell how many of those units are shaded. The first one is done for you. So let's talk about what these fractional units could be. Okay, I'm going to write them over here. We can have halves, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths. They're fun to say. You got to get the THS at the end. Sevenths, eighths, ninths, and we'll go to tenths. You can keep going, 11ths, 12ths, 13ths, but ours, I don't think we're going to get that high. So let's say these together. Let's read these together. Here we go. My pen keeps stopping. Okay, here we go. Halves, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, sevenths, eighths, ninths, tenths. You notice I stick my tongue out at you when I do that? Tenths, ninths, to get the THS. Make sure you're doing that too. All right, so we're going to name the fractional unit first on the first line, and then we're going to count to see how many of those are shaded. So the first one was fourths, and 2/4 are shaded. Let's look at the second one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our fractional unit is eighths. Let's make sure we're spelling it correctly. I will take points off of your homework and assessments if you're not spelling them correctly, because I just put them over here for you on the side so you could write them down somewhere and keep them. So how many eighths are shaded? 5 eighths are shaded. Let's go to the next one. How many equal parts are there? There are 3 equal parts, so that means the fractional unit is thirds. So here's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. That's the fractional unit. And how many are shaded? 3/3 are shaded. Now take a look at the last one. This is different. It's not like a square or a rectangle or a regular circle, but those parts are equal. So we can still consider it a fractional unit because the parts are equal. So since there's 2, we don't say tooths, we say halves. So this is halves. And halves is the plural form of half. Remember our spelling rule? We change the F to a V like in knife and add ES. And 1/2, now it's singular, 1/2 is shaded. We use is when it's just 1. So make sure you have those all written down. Let's go on to number 2. Circle the shapes that are divided into equal parts. Write a sentence telling what equal parts means. So we're doing two sets of directions. There's two things we have to do. We have to circle the shapes that are divided into equal parts and write a sentence. Okay? So go ahead and circle the ones that you think are divided into equal parts. And let's see if you're correct. Let's use a fun highlight color. This one, and this one. The second one here is not equal because it has a corner ripped off. So that is not equal parts. And this one, when you look at this and you look at this, those are not the same. So those two are not divided into equal parts. So what does equal parts mean? Well, let's start our sentence with equal parts means that a whole, so one whole, has been divided into pieces that are the same. Think of that pizza you get for dinner on a Tuesday night because nobody wants to cook, right? We want that pizza to look like this, where all the slices are equal. We don't want one person to have a big slice and somebody else to have a little slice. We want all the parts to be the same. Let's move on to number 3. And you're going to need to know that equal parts. That's a vocabulary word that you're going to want to know. Okay? All right, number 3 says, each shape is one whole. Estimate to divide each into 4 equal parts. Name the fractional unit below. Okay, so we're going to divide each into 4 equal parts, which means we're going to make 3 lines, right? Because we learned in the last lesson that however many equal parts we have one less line to separate them. So we're going to do 4 equal parts. We could do this. You could also just draw lines up and down. For this, we're going to go like this, make 3 lines there. It's not exact, but it's close. For this one, we could also draw lines. So I could draw 1 line there. That's a little bit better. And for the circle, we have to go like this in order to make 4 equal parts. So the fractional unit, when we have 4 equal parts, you can go up here and look. This is 2 for halves. Thirds is 3. Fourths is our fractional unit. So we're going to write fourths on that line. Make sure you have this side completed. Let's move on to the back. We're going to look at number 6. Charlotte wants to equally share a candy bar with 4 friends. Ooh, let's stop there. We have Charlotte wants to share with 4 friends. So how many people do we have? We have 5 people. You always, always, always need to pay attention to that first sentence to figure out how many people are we really talking about. Draw Charlotte's candy bar. Show how she can divide her candy bar so everyone gets an equal share. What fraction of the candy bar does each person receive? So let's go ahead and draw a candy bar. I don't know, what's your favorite candy bar? Mine's, I love a whatchamacallit. I love a Hershey's with almonds. I love 1,000 Grand. I like lots of candy bars, okay? So we're going to divide it into 5 equal parts because there's 5 people. So each of these represents 1/5, right? 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5. So each person receives 1/5. You could also write it like that. Boys and girls, that is your problem set. You will be doing homework. Actually, no, you're not doing the homework today. You are doing the exit ticket next. Problems 1, 2, and 3 on the exit ticket. So make sure you submit your problem set. And if you want to try numbers 4 and 5, go ahead. It's great practice. And then go on to your exit ticket.